Hey, this is Dr.Nikki Zeigler. I am the host of the Convo Christian Talk Show. I'm so excited to be here tonight. Tonight's going to be awesome. Come on. Go ahead and take a moment to like, tag, and share. Listen, shout out to Chandrika Reed for putting me all the way together. I love giving her shout out. Glorify Cosmetic, get you one. Listen, get your lipstick, get your eyeliner, get all things Glorify Cosmetic. I want to go ahead and pin that in. I am Dr. Nikki Zeigler. I am your visibility expert. I am your transformational life strategist. I am all things her. Excited to be here tonight. Listen, the Convo Christian Talk Show is on. Listen, I got an amazing guest is coming on the platform tonight. It's going to be real good. I told y'all earlier, get you some tea, get you some popcorn, whatever you need to do, get comfortable and get your notepad, because what she do is she snatch edges. As you know, all my edges been gone because of her for the last 4 years. Every time I get around her, it grows for a couple of moments and then it just go back out again, right? So I'm excited. Come on, Takima, bring in Dr. Connie Stewart herself. Hey, mama.
Hello. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Listen, okay, so I got to do this. I got to do it right. Okay, so who is Dr. Connie Stewart? I'm going to give you what I have.
Oh, my goodness.
Stewart, because we got to do this right. Dr. Connie Stewart is a powerhouse pastor, a global empowerment strategist, a transformational speaker. She is the founder of Bloom University. She's the visionary behind Bloom Fest, a life-changing comfort that equips women and men to step boldly into purpose, healing, and legacy. Listen, as senior pastor of Believers Empowerment Church in Texas, Dr. Connie Stewart is known for blending prophetic insight with practical strategies. Come on, that ignite faith, freedom, and focus with a voice that shifts atmospheres and a heart that builds women and men from the inside out. She is on a mission to help every human being bloom right where she is. Come on, or right where he is. Come on, Dr.
Yes. All of that's true. I approve that.
She said she approved. I'm excited. I'm like, my mama coming on the show.
I know
We're
it
tonight, and I love these earrings. Come on.
I'm trying to get y'all Bloom ready. I got on the official Bloom shirt.
Come on. Bloom where you are planted. And I'm
yes.
Like, man, I got questions. We got conversations about the same place. It's going to be a great night. I'm claiming it for myself.
Yes.
Okay, so I've told you who I see you as. Well, actually, my spiritual mom. Everybody know that. Listen, where she be, I be. We go together real bad. That's what we do.
Yes.
And so, I brought you on the show because I want so many people to know. Anytime I go places, you go in my rooms. I take you with me. I got you in my pocket. I got you in my back pocket. Front. Everywhere I go, people know Dr. Connie Stewart because I'm always calling your name in rooms that you don't know me in, right? So we gotta constantly do that because of the covenant relationship that we decided to have together. So I want you to tell people who you are. Your own bio.
Yes. Listen, I am a coach. I'm a senior pastor. I consider myself a cheerleader, a motivator. I believe in movement. So one of my favorite quotes is, faith has feet. And so I'm all about seeing people move on what it is they believe. We believe a lot, but our belief is not something that is always demonstrated or displayed because we don't have faith. We don't have feet to it. And so it is my mandate and my mission, I believe, to help people get out of their head and into their feet what they know that they're called to do.
And you do it effortlessly. You just show up like, oh my God, they're already in here. Hey guys, listen, we're gonna do some giveaways tonight. The person who share the most gonna get a prize from me. The one who posts the most is gonna get a prize. We like playing games in the Convo Christian Talk Show, so that makes it fun, makes it interesting. So whoever tagged the most people, you're gonna get a gift tonight as well. So let's get the tagging
Tag.
Up. Yes, let's get these numbers up because tonight is going to be life changing. Put in the chat, I'm ready to receive. Put in the chat, I'm ready for my life to be shifted. Because this is what you do all day.
Yes.
So I have to ask this question. I ask everyone who comes on my show, how do you balance?
Oh, I guess many years ago, I've learned to be who I need to be in the moment. So I think a lot of times, because we wear so many hats, if we're not clear about what we're doing in the moment, we'll show up in the wrong hat. So when it's time to be mama, I know how to be mama. When it's time to be the coach, I have on the coaching hat. And sometimes I've learned how to compartmentalize my life in that way. So sometimes on Mondays, it might be my coaching night. So I got my coaching hat on. So I don't have to balance. I just need to be who I'm called to be in that moment.
So, of course, I went to Bishop T.D. Jakes, and what you said is what the pastor of Faith Center in Fort Lauderdale, John Tupman, that's what he said. Okay. He said it's not considered balance, it's considered harmony. I know how to harmonize because you will never balance. You will never do something gonna go lacking. Something is going to go lacking. So you have to learn how to definitely how to harmonize what you're doing in this industry. And so I got all these questions, man. We're gonna have fun, mama.
But let me say this, and that's why I say about all those multitaskers out there that we think we can multitask, we don't do a good job of it. I need to be present. I need to be able to give 100% to whatever I'm doing in the moment. I mean, if I tell you right now to say your ABC, say them.
ABC,
now do your 1, 2, 3s at the same time. You can't. ABC 1, 2, 3, ABCD 1, 2, 3. And this is what we look like multitasking. So nothing ever gets done, nothing ever gets complete, and nothing ever gets your full attention. So harmony says if I'm focusing on my ABCs, I put my 1, 2, 3s to the side and I give my ABCs my undivided attention. That may be for a day, that may be for a block time. I may focus on ABCs for an hour, drop it, pick up 1, 2, 3s for an hour. But whatever I'm focused on, it gets my undivided attention.
That's good. And we have to understand that a lot of people can't do it though. They struggle. They're trying to juggle 5 and 6 and 7 different titles, and they're not even ready to take care of that 1 or 2 titles. I often tell people start small, take care of that 1 title first, and then build up. You can't put all that stuff on you. I mean, as a pastor, even as a pastor, I mean, I got a lot going on, but I know how to delegate. I have learned how to master delegation, and I'm not a micromanager. If I got to micromanage you, you're not for me. Because I don't have that kind of time. I'm not about to. You see what she's doing. Who got that?
But guess what? Only way you can be confident in that is that you trust your training. If you trained a person to do something, then there's trust connected to it. But a lot of times we micromanage because we didn't train them, so we don't trust them.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm over your shoulder trying to see if you're doing it right. Well, if you got SOPs and if you got it written, you know me, if it ain't written, it ain't real. I've given you duties. I've given you responsibilities. I've given you the tools to win. It is written. If you can read, you can win.
That's good, mama.
And so we don't have to micromanage the people that are sent in our life to help us. Because if I got to do what you doing while you doing it, then somebody ain't needed.
Come on, somebody. Right. Come on. Oh, Lord, let me check that.
I don't want to have to hold your hand while you do it. I need to be doing something else.
That part right there. My God. Listen, this is good, mama. This is good. Okay. I got to get my questions in. You ready?
All right, get them in.
Come on, let's go. The first question I have is what started a root? What was the original vision behind Bloomfest? And let's stop before we do that. Hey, Takima, put the big flyer up. Let's talk about Bloomfest. That's why we're here. Let's put the big flyer up. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, this is what we came here for. Come on, Bloomfest 2025, Houston, Texas. This is it right here, right? So take it off. Take it off. Okay, come on. Keep working the back. All right, so here it is. What was the original vision behind Bloomfest?
You know what?
First one. Let it be clear. That first one.
No, we actually did the first one in like 2010 or so. Okay. And the original goal of Bloomfest was that I realized that after church on Sunday, people needed something else. We were inspired on Sunday, but we actually needed application or steps to activate what we were inspired by on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So I wanted to put a conference together that gave you inspiration and empowerment at the same time. Yes, I wanted you to take notes, but I wanted you to take action. Yes, I wanted us to cry, worship, jump, shout, but I also wanted us to move closer toward what God said, toward manifestation and toward destiny. So that's how Bloom Fest was birthed, because I believe that we should prosper, we should flourish, and we should bloom in every area of our life.
Wow. And her demographics is definitely not just women. She called to men and women.
Yes.
So how are you able to relate to the men as well?
You know what? I guess I have to give the credit to my late grandmother, Pastor E.M. Gladney. She was not the traditional female pastor. She actually had maybe 60-40 in her church, where it relates to the ratio of men and women. You know, most churches now, we know they're going to always be full of women, but sometimes when you have a female pastor, it's hard to get men. But she taught me early on, the way you attract men is to lead men like they're men. And so I've learned to coach men like they're men. I've learned to speak their language. I've learned to give them the strategies and the tools that they need to be successful. And it's a little bit different, but I believe God has given me a grace that for some reason, they too come into Bloom University.
That's awesome. Okay. So here it is. You've known as a powerhouse, but what if Dr. Connie Stewart had a ministry nickname? What will it be?
Oh my goodness. Let me see. My spiritual son out of San Diego, California, calls me Storm.
Oh yeah, I believe that now.
Okay. And so that means that's an atmosphere shifter, that's a disruptor, that's a disturbance. That means sometimes I cause problems before things get better. That means I'm all right with shaking your house if I got to be an earthquake, if I got to be a tornado, and tear your mindset up so we can build you back up. Call me Storm tonight.
This is awesome.
Sometimes hey, your tears gonna look like rain, but it's gonna be all right.
See, get some tissue and keep it moving.
Yes. Because that's the thing about a mentor. Sometimes a mentor has to be a tormentor. Sometimes I got to tear up your stinking thinking. Sometimes I got to tear up the way you see things. And so sometimes when we see mentor, we think of woohoo, sprinkles, cupcakes, rainbows. No, sometimes you need somebody in your face who is not scared of your excuses, who's not afraid of your pushback, but they coming for you because they hear what you're saying, but they see the greatness on the inside of you, and they're not gonna let you play small. You know, we have conversations. I don't never let you play small.
Right. No, we ain't gonna talk about our conversations.
Baby, rough.
Have mercy. God. Okay. What was the hardest yes you have ever had to give God? And how did it shift your life?
Oh gosh, really? You know what? And I guess for tonight, I'll be transparent. The hardest yes I had to give God. Check this out. Let me come close. A yes to myself.
That's good.
It's easy to say yes to everybody else. But I think in this season of my life, as I sit in this seat, knowing that I'm called to help people win, to help people see greater that's on the inside of them, to help people go from where they are to where they need to go. Sometimes it's easier to play coach, to be cheerleader and all of that. But what happens when you got to do it for yourself? What happens when he say, no, this is your season that I need to prove to you that I've called you to greatness and I can't let you be the cheerleader. Drop the pom-poms and you yourself get in the game. Let's go.
And that's so funny because, most of my events I've done since I'm who I am, that God has created me to become in this season, you have always been that person. So, you and I in our private conversations, I'm like, okay, mama, let's go. I became the coach.
Yes. And you know what? I believe that's the beauty of relationship. When somebody in your life can see you and know all she needs is a inbox that say, let's run the play. What you doing? And she be looking at me just like that in my inbox, like, do it. But guess what? That is the beauty of real relationship, that
Right.
she's not so invested in me pouring into her for her to win, but she's saying, wait a minute, it's some wins that you need to experience. And I'm not gonna let you off the hook. And I appreciate that.
And I love you for that. Because, you know, as a spiritual mom, you would be like, girl, you better go sit down somewhere. You could have even
No.
said that, and I would have been like, but you know, I would have been like, well, mom, I'm just gonna tell you what God told me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you disrupt me on a Sunday morning. That's how I knew it was serious business. She inboxed me, y'all, on a Sunday morning, say, listen, I'm just gonna tell you what God's saying. Guess what? I hear God. And that's the problem. We want to hear God through who we want to hear God through. Ooh. You better hear God through the person that he sends. And I knew that morning she was sent on assignment to disrupt me and be the confirmation that I needed, that it wasn't just time for me to push people, but I had to push myself.
And when I said she been throwing them punches, I'm like, every time I see the fly, I say, ooh, mama, ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. I'm just sharing. I'm like, share. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about. It's so many unauthentic relationships in the body of Christ that I value real authentic relationship, because so many people low-key be like jealous, low-key be like, I want, you know what I'm saying? You know, but I thank God that, you know, the relationship that you and I have, we see each other, and you have to have that. Because just as much as she prayed for me, I seen her this weekend, I said, oh, mama, I know mama tired. I'm like, oh, I know she's tired. When you walk out, like, mama praying for you, because I need you to understand you got people who I don't have to talk to you every day, which we gonna talk, but I'm clapping and I'm praying. I'm clapping and I'm praying. I'm like, go, mama, go, pray. Go, mama, go, pray. And you have to have those people, vice versa with me. Every time I'm like, man, the first day I met you, I'm like, man, I'm nervous. You like, get up there and kill it. You got it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was the strength that you had for me. The first day we actually connected. Absolutely. Is when I was like, okay, I gotta get on this stage and talk. And did. And been talking ever since. Can't stop, won't stop. Yeah. I love it. So here it is. Okay. Here's another one. What's different about Bloomfest 2025, and what can people expect when they walk away with it? Okay. So what's different is that when I started, what I was doing is I was separating the two. So we would have church at night, and then we would have empowerment sessions during the day. But I haven't had Bloomfest since COVID. So I normally have Bloomfest May or June. COVID hit in February, March. And for whatever reason, that year, God told me to have it early. That's why you got to obey God. He said, have it early. And it was about having keys. It was about consistency being the key. Well, who knew that we would be locked up and our lives would be disrupted? So we had Bloomfest early. So 5 years have gone by. But guess what? Yep. In those 5 years where it looked like I was off the scene, he was giving me grace to grow. Ooh. He was giving me grace to grow. And then now I believe that this is the season for me to come back, reach back for those that are ready, that have been planted, but they know that it's their time to bloom. It is a season of manifestation. And so I'm showing up just a little bit different. So Bloomfest will happen. VIP is actually on Thursday night, which will bloom after dark. And then Friday and Saturday. No, you're gonna have to take off work Friday, and you're gonna have to show up 9 to 5 and come on and get in class and be a student. We've been churching till we can't church no more, but now it's time to put our faith into action. So Friday and Saturday are day sessions with power pack speakers that are gonna pour into you. And everybody know I love God, so everybody that I'm bringing love God. But guess what? They're also called to the marketplace, and they're coming with receipts. They're not just coming with faith talk. They're coming with faith walk. And sometimes we got to be in a room where we can see our next level. Ooh, that's good. Sometimes we got to get in proximity of the person that we know we're called to be. Because sometimes God is talking, Dr. Nikki, and we hear it, but we ain't never seen it before. We haven't seen it in our family. We haven't seen it in our friend circles. We haven't seen it in our community. And he says, I'm creating a room for you so you can experience what sitting with winners feel like. So you can know what talking to people that are actually and actively winning feels like, that have faith, but have finance too. That's good. That love God, but are able to operate in the marketplace and be just anointed, because the anointed is not trapped into Sunday morning. Ooh. You can be just anointed on Monday. Come on now.
And so
Jesus.
we are fusing the two together. There will be no night church services. We'll have church on Sunday. If people want to stay over, they can come to Believers Empowerment Church. But I have infused God into every single part of the conference. We're even doing something new that I'm excited about. You know Chanel Dixon, right?
Of course.
From BFI. So what I'm doing is with Morning Be Good. So every morning before we work, we will worship.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So like 9 to 9:30, we're gonna worship. And you know she's gonna take us there because I know church folk and they got to tap in. So it'll be no excuse for you to bloom. So we're gonna tap in, we're gonna do affirmations, declarations, we're gonna sing, we're gonna worship, and then we're going to work. We're gonna do both in the same room at the same time.
This is awesome. So I want to go over these speakers. Let's kick it off with, of course, Brandy. Let's kick it off with Brandy. So tell us more about her.
Okay, now you see on the flyer, she's called the Millionaire Midwife. A lot of people know Brandy for childcare, and she is a childcare owner. She is over a community where she pours into over 30,000 childcare owners, but she's also a bona fide boss. She is a real estate tycoon. She just bought 2 new centers in the last 6 months. So she buys money on demand. She owns a laundromat. So she is definitely one that is called to birth millionaires. She is called to trouble you financially. She has a book called Being Broke Ain't Biblical.
Ooh, now that'll work.
And so she helps you be able to make sense and learn how to make money. Being called is one thing, but learning how to monetize what you're called to is another. So she's going to tell us her money story of when she only had $11 and $12, and now she's making multi-millions and still serving God, but also serving people and leaving a legacy and an inheritance for her family.
Okay, now we got Sophia Ruffin.
Sophia Ruffin, they know her as prophet, but as much as she is prophet, she is coach. She understands the power of coaching. She always talks about her coach. So she is coming to flat-footed talk to us about finding your voice, knowing what it is to be a speaker and be anointed, knowing how to own your anointing and walk in it with confidence. Now, what else we gonna get out of her? I don't know, but I'm letting her come authentically and unapologetically. If she got to snatch edges, prophesy, teach, all of that, she's coming to do it all.
My God. And then we got Coach Sonia Pelton Sam.
Listen,
my girl,
glam coach through the fire, through the flood. We know her story. Listen, she got certified as a coach, and she didn't stop there. She built community. She built products. She built services, and now she serves other coaches, authors. She's coming with receipts to show us how to do it, even when life throw you a curveball. I don't want to tell all her testimony, but she's coming, and I know she's gonna sprinkle glam everywhere, and she's going to make sure that we are without excuse of producing.
My God, that's what I'm talking about. And then we got the Dr. Sade Adu.
Yes, indeed. This Sade Adu is, oh my goodness, she is phenomenal in everything she does. She is the tech AV queen. She is the course creator. But guess what? She is also one that talks about your brand. She's a lot like you that says your brand is a big deal, but she's going to help us show up on social media. But she also has a powerful story of how she got caught up in corporate America and realized how she missed her family and she was ready to go back home. She was in another country and realized, you know what I'm doing for them, I can do for me. And then I have the option to choose and refuse. I can go and watch my nephews and nieces grow up. I can be around my family, because some of us are being chained to a desk because we don't think we have other options. She's going to let us know that there is more than one way, that the thing that you're making happen in corporate America every day, you are possibly able to package that and make it happen for yourself.
My God. And then we have Mr. Andre Notice.
Yes, Coach Andre, powerful. Not only is he a coach, and he is an international coach. He has been to Dubai. He has spoken on major platforms. He is powerful in leadership. He's also a real estate tycoon. He's a realtor. And so not only is he coaching, but he's empowering people into ownership. He is a powerful speaker. And so he's coming to give us everything that he has.
Okay. And then Coach Chrissy Staples.
Oh my goodness. marketing genius. She is definitely a powerhouse. She teaches you how to package your brand. She teaches you how to put language to what it is. You know, sometimes you call to something, but you don't really know how to put it in words. You don't really know how to make it make sense. She knows how to bring all the pieces of the puzzle together.
And of course, let me. I do want to push Charnel. I think we got her up here.
Chanel Dixon, yes. Oh, goodness. You know what? And she's going to empower us with song. And I believe in this season, if you have followed her, if you haven't followed her, you need to follow her. Listen, she's been going bananas. But I believe that her voice penetrates the realm of the spirit. I believe she's going to unlock some things so that we have clarity of thought, that when every speaker hits the platform, you can actually hear them, not just in your head, but in your spirit. I believe she's coming to spiritually make our baby leap. Some of us think our dreams have died, but all you need is to be in the right room and around the right people that'll make your baby leap.
That's good. And of course,
Yes, the visibility coach herself. Listen, honey, if you ain't seen and ain't nobody heard you, she coming to snatch your edges. And I love it because you are so passionate about it. It's what you do morning, noon, and night. And I'm telling you, they better be ready for you because I know you are not coming to play when you hit that Bloomfest stage. I already know.
I'm excited about coming to it. I'm like, finally, mama got her event. I'm like, let's go.
But did you see who I dropped a few minutes ago?
No.
You didn't see?
Wait a minute.
Takima, go check it out. I have Coach Marcus Y. Rozier coming out of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's what I said. I'm trying to make sure every person in the room is ministered to. You know, not only is he a coach of coaches, he's a pastor. But he's learned how to make money. He's learned how to do it quickly. He's learned how to sell online. And he says he is coming to make sure that we just not caught up in a prayer closet, but we know that prayer and posting go together.
That's my type of cutting up.
Do you hear me? I put it on my page. He said, let me tell you something. God is not your client. So I know you praying to him, but he's not your client. After you pray, you better be posting. I said, if you just say any of that, it's a wrap.
Just say one sentence and it's over.
Yeah. So I'm bringing the best of the best because I believe this is the season. I believe everybody that hears the clarion call and steps in that room, their life will be changed forever. Their business will be changed forever. Their ministry will be changed forever. Because this is not the season to just bloom in one area. I want every area. I want us to bloom in health. I want us to bloom in finances. I want us to bloom in our ministries and our businesses. So I'm bringing people that can speak to every single part of us, that we leave not only changed, but transformed.
Oh my God.
Yes, Glam Coach. Pray and post.
Wow. Okay. Let's keep moving. I'm trying to get these questions in because
I see.
I got some good questions now.
Yeah, you got me sweating over here.
Okay, tell us a funny moment when that happened while you was preaching and teaching. Maybe a mic drop, literally, or a Holy Ghost interrupt that you didn't see coming. Anything.
Something funny?
Yeah.
Oh, why would you do that? And I'm gonna say this, but you better not go back and look at it. This just happened. This real time. This was like last Tuesday. I was teaching Bible study, Dr. Nikki. I'm just ashamed talking about it. So I see people in the audience I'm thinking I'm teaching so good that they like, oh, mind blown.
Right.
And then one person did it. I looked over, somebody else did it. I'm like, I said, now something is wrong. All these people hitting their head like they're crazy. And so one of the members ran from the back all the way to the front. Finley, stop laughing. You see how they laughing at me already? Get them.
Your wig came off.
Baby, it was sliding backwards. And I'm like, and at that point, now I'm distracted because they distracted me by here. Finally, I just said, listen, okay, I don't know what to do. So you know what I did? Just like this.
And kept preaching.
And kept going. I said, listen, leave me alone. I'm doing the best I can. Thank you, Ty. See, one side of the room didn't know what was going on. And then the wig police was patting, hitting. I'm like, next time somebody just come pull it, do whatever you got to do. I'm like, my goodness. So I was just like this. But guess what? It was a good moment. It was a God moment. But it let me know that, hey, they love me for real. But guess what? I didn't stop teaching.
Okay. Here it is.
Now wait a minute. They laughing too hard in the comments.
I'm trying to contain my own self.
They not winning nothing tonight. They can't win. Yes, I mean, honey, the thing started, and I couldn't even feel it. It just sliding back. And then I try to pull it up. But guess what? You see my little neck? I done lost weight and my little head shrunk. My head shrunk, so whatever.
So now you got to resize your wigs.
Yes. Marietta, stop that.
Apostle Alicia in the church laughing.
Oh my God. Thank you. I sure didn't stop. I kept teaching. That's how good it was. Honey, it had my wig falling off.
Okay. If you had to preach using one prop, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
A wig, a tambourine, or a bottle of anointing oil. Which one are you grabbing first and why?
A wig. What are they? A wig.
One prop. A wig, a tambourine, or a bottle of anointing oil.
A bottle of anointing oil.
Okay, why?
Because I want to teach people that, listen, in this season, you can slip out of anything if you stay oily. Nah, because you need an oil change. Some of y'all stuck because you dry. Uh-huh. Yeah. Now, this season, whatever trap you set, I'm going to slip right out of it. You're going to look for me, and I'm going to be out of it.
We not, look, we oily, we not ashy.
Thank you. Hello. This is my oily season.
Okay, if church folk had a reality show, what would your tagline be? You know, you're good at taglines now.
Right, a reality show.
Come on now. What would your tagline be? If you had a reality show, what would it be?
If I had a reality show, oh my God.
Now y'all know somebody did, baby. She be on it. She be on
it. I know, but I know they watching me too hard. I'm like, anything I say, then they be like, come on.
Everybody tell Bishop, come on, Bishop, come on, Bishop, come on, Bishop. Everybody put it in the chat.
Never caught off guard. I know. I don't know. And I guess, see, this is an easy one, and I don't want to do that. I would call it what I call my podcast, Be Better.
I like that.
Yeah. It's a reality show. Be better.
Be better. I mean, that's you, though. This is who you are.
Better. Do better. Act better.
Come on. I ain't changing my name for nobody. I ain't trying. Because it's not about the name. It's about the message.
Yeah. And we got to be better. And that's in every area of our life. Be better. Even if I'm good, I can be better. Okay, this one, I got to ask you this question. You don't like this one. If you was in the Bible, right? Who would you tag team preaching? What woman in the Bible you're tag team preaching? Oh, me and Esther go crazy. Oh God, me and Esther. Why Esther? Huh? Because she like me. Huh? Because the underdog, the least likely, but we call for such a time as this. We going off. You didn't expect us to be in the court, but we in there. You didn't expect us to go through the gate, but we in there. And guess what? Esther had a coach. Esther had Hello. So we would go off. Me and Esther would tear the place up. Because we always realize it's bigger than us. She didn't just go into prayer. She didn't just go meet the king for herself, but she did it for everybody connected to her. Oh, that's good. How do you help women who look successful but are secretly bleeding? What would be the first step of true healing? To acknowledge that you're hurting. Mm-hmm. And again, I think, like you said, who looks successful. Oftentimes, as high achievers, as bosses, as people in leadership, we tend to make what we do look easy.
Come on now.
And so people never really ask you the hard question or are you okay, and stay there long enough to get the real answer. So I would ask the difficult questions. I would have some courageous conversations to give them an opportunity to heal. Because in order to be healed, I got to be heard.
That's good.
And the reality is, most people cannot handle your humanity. So if you actually told somebody you were hurting, can they handle that version of Dr. Nikki?
Most
You
of them
know,
can.
and so I know that you can't show that to everybody. So you definitely have to find somebody trustworthy who can handle your humanness but still see your greatness.
Oh, that's good. That's good. How do you discern the difference between covenant sisters and connection chasers?
Ooh. I believe connection chasers only show up when you come outside.
Ooh,
Covenant sisters are cool when there's nobody around.
that's good.
You know, you had those connection chasers that when you're around, when you on a flyer and when you show up at an event, they want everybody in the room to know that you know them. But in the midnight hour, when it's just me and you talking and ain't nobody around, you don't want to be around neither. A covenant sister don't mind picking up the phone when ain't nothing going on. They don't even have to be in the room, but I know that I'm in their heart in whatever room I'm in.
Ooh. So I've asked you this question before. Do you feel, as far as spiritual covering, do you feel that your spiritual children are supposed to ask you to be their spiritual parent? Or I've asked you this question before, but I want to ask it on this particular platform. Or do you feel like you supposed to pick out them?
I think there should be a divine connection and a confirmation. I think when I met you, you know, when we pray about something, then there is a confirmation in your spirit, and it should be between the two people. But I also think that if you're going to cover somebody, you need to make sure you had a capacity to do so. And then I think you have to be really clear with who you're covering, what their responsibility is and what your role is. Because a lot of people have been hurt. They have been wounded because they had unspoken expectations of what a covering was. I believe every pot need a lid. So even as I cover you, I got people that cover me. But I think knowing the expectations of that covering, and how do I know that I found my covering? Because I feel covered in their presence.
That's it.
It's sometimes you can be in a room with a person and you don't feel covered at all. You feel naked.
Ooh.
So I think that the mentee can desire covering, but the covering has to also desire the mentee. Know that I have something in me that I believe can help them. Because I also believe, and this is something that people don't like to talk about, I believe that you can cover somebody who is further along than you are. You know, a lot of times when it comes to ministry, we want to be covered by a mega pastor. You know, but a lot of times covering has nothing to do with the size of what your mentor has. It is the wisdom and the grace that your mentor has. Because some people have wisdom and they would never call to big. Some people have grace, but they would never call to mega. You think about Bishop Jakes. He has a covering. He's bigger than his covering, but he ain't greater than his covering.
Come on, I like that.
He bigger than his covering,
but
he ain't greater than his covering.
Huh? Listen, I can't do no mega. I'm too high maintenance.
Yeah, but some people are chasing numbers and they're chasing fame. And so some people want to be connected to somebody just by name, thinking that if I'm in proximity of them, it's going to open doors for me. So then you got to go back to motive.
That's good. That's good. That's real good. Come on, y'all. What them hearts at, man? This is good. How do you balance between being booked and being aligned?
Ooh.
When the world say hustle, how do you stay in the rhythm of God? Because you know, we got to understand, like, a lot of people feel like because they're making money, they're balancing, but with God at. So my question to you, how do you stay balanced between being booked and being in alignment with God?
No, first off, knowing that my provision comes from him, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, being able to say no. Because I think a lot of us are booked. We're saying yes to everything. I don't believe God called me to everything.
Come on.
So my alignment is knowing that everything is not my assignment. I think a few years ago, I came to the realization, and it was startling, that some people only booked me because I was safe.
Explain it.
Safe meaning I will come no matter what. Safe meaning they could pay me whatever. Safe mean because there's some people they know that you in their heart and they can pay you whatever and it don't matter, so they keep bringing you over and over to the same event over and over when there's so many other voices. I believe you need to call for what you need. So if I need visibility, I'm not gonna call somebody specialized in something else. I'm gonna call Dr. Nikki because that's what she do. You know what I mean? So some people, I believe if you look at certain flyers, you see the same people over and over because they're calling their friend. They're not calling who they need.
It's like a cliquish mentality.
Yeah. They're not calling the right person. They're calling their favorite people. So if I need,
get comfortable with that. Some people
exactly. So I've learned to say no and say, hey, it's some amazing voices out there. Try somebody else this year. But a lot of times we won't do that because booked is connecting to us being paid. And so that's why I have to be prayerful and know that my provision comes from him. So it was a year that I took less assignments and made more.
That's good.
Because I believe the anointing is in me staying in alignment with who I'm assigned to.
Because I had someone to call me. I got to be authentic. She said, you always have her. What?
Yeah, see?
I said, you must don't know who she is. For me, and you know how I feel about when it come out to my events, and I'll publicly say this, if she can't make it, I move the dates. Because of who you are in my life.
Right, but people don't know covenant like that.
I know we don't move them days plenty of time. Like, mama, look at your schedule now. Let's talk. Or you'll say, okay, what you got?
Yeah, give me your stuff for the year.
Give me your stuff for the year. Because she know if it's major, if she ain't there, I promise you, I'll cancel.
But guess what? It happens it happens in everyday life. And that's how you know if you matter in somebody's life. How can you pick a wedding date before you talk to your pastor? Because if you want me there, you'll talk to me first. Or we get married on such and such day. Oh, okay. Well, I can't be there. So, because you didn't check my calendar.
You check your calendar.
But that's the difference with being just taking an assignment and being in alignment.
Ooh, that's good, Mom.
You know, there's some stuff that you call people, say, listen now, I need you present and accounted for. Can you be there? I need you there. That is alignment where people say, you know what, let me shift what I'm doing because I need to be present.
And you know, I mean, we had Believer Fellowship, baby. That plane was sick. I'm calling you like, mama, I don't think you like, get here. I'm looking like, okay, I gotta get here.
And it was raw.
That was the longest day of my life.
Yes.
But when it felt like when I walked through the door, I couldn't even walk no more. Literally. Yeah. I don't know who I was there that day.
You was out on the floor.
I could in the walkway. I didn't even make it to the sanctuary.
Yeah.
I just felt like my release just.
But we got to be willing to be inconvenienced, uncomfortable, disrupted. And I believe that's what this next season is calling for. If you want it, it's not going to be comfortable. You're going to have to do what you've never done to get what you never had. And sometimes that's going places that you didn't expect to go, being in rooms with people you didn't expect to be in, saying stuff you didn't expect to say, paying for stuff that you ain't never paid for before, you know. And I know for a lot of us, we want the free 99 or we want the low ticket stuff, but sometimes you got to pay to make sure you pay attention this season. I mean, you know, when things are free, we don't treat them the same as we treat when we have to pay for something.
That's good, mama.
We don't. And sometimes for access, I got to buy into it. I think I told a group I was talking to, I said, a lot of times we're waiting to be picked by somebody like we used to play in the middle of the street when we used to play kickball and everybody had to get a team. I'm going to pick her. I'm going to pick him. And you watching people pick over you. You watching people choose the tall one or the run that one they thought could run fast. But what happens when a season where you ain't waiting to be picked, but you're going to choose your room? Why? Because I'm going to pay for my next coach. I'm going to pay for my next mentor. If they're creating a space, I'm going to be in the room. And sometimes you don't know how bad somebody wanted until they put their money where their mouth is, until they fly from this state to the next state because Dr. Nikki is having something and I need to be present. Dr. Connie is having something and I need to be in the room. Sometimes we got to be willing to be inconvenienced. Because the reality is, if we want it, we'll pay for it. Folk have $500 worth of hair in their head. People have $200-$300 worth of shoes on their feet.
That part.
We pay for what is valuable to us, and we've got to stop paying for stuff that depreciates. Your clothes, once you wear them, they ain't new. Your wig, once you wear it, it ain't new. But what you learn, nobody can ever take it from you. When you learn a skill, when you hear something that shifts your life forever, can't nobody take it from you. Some people are up all night because they have not been in the right room, but they trying to figure out by night. One conversation can change their life forever.
That's so
one
good.
strategy can change their life forever. One nugget, one gem drop while they up spinning their wheels trying to figure it out. I just need to be in the right room. I need to be having the right conversation with the right people.
Wow.
So let's not be so worried about being booked, because I can have the right word for the wrong audience. I don't just want to be booked. I want to be in alignment. I want to know that I am coming on assignment and the people in the room are just as ready for me as I am for them.
That's right.
It's like you cooking all day and then everybody sits at the table and tell you they ate already.
Woo.
I'm in the kitchen cooking because I want to feed hungry people. So in this season, beware of the fool and feed the hungry.
Okay. You better talk, mama.
Yeah, beware of the fool. No, I'm pushing back on the fool. I'm in the kitchen cooking because I want somebody to eat. My mama was one. She cooked. She was, she tasted along the way. Her only desire was to watch you eat. Is it good? You like it? You want some more? Because she wanted you satisfied. She wanted your stomach poked out. She wanted you wanting more. And so this is a season that I'm coming to feed the hungry. I'm spending time in the kitchen for the last few months. I've been in the kitchen cooking. I've been finding the right sous chefs. Will you come cook with me? Will you join me in the kitchen? I'm picking speakers that I know how to cook.
I said,
because
cook,
I
bitch.
want hungry people at the table. Let's eat.
Okay, y'all. This is a new game we have at the show.
Oh my God. I'm going to get to Kima. She didn't tell me nothing about no games I'm playing.
It's called This and That.
Oh,
You
boy.
ready?
No.
Heels or sneakers in the pulpit?
Heels.
Okay. Early morning prayer or late night revelation?
Both.
No, you got to pick, mama.
Late night.
Okay. Revival fire or quiet retreat?
Revival fire.
Paper Bible or Bible app?
Paper Bible.
Okay.
I'm paper Bible saved.
Okay. Church fans or air conditioning?
Air condition.
Fried chicken or baked fish?
Fried chicken wings, please.
All flats.
Thank you. All flat. Flatten it, please.
Okay, speaking engagement. Stadium or small room?
Gosh. I like both. Stadium.
Okay. Holy oil or holy silence?
Holy oil.
Okay. Preach in a power suit or preach in a robe?
Preaching the road.
Tambourines or worship flag?
Tambourine.
Shout music or soaking worship?
Shout music.
Know that. We all know that. Makeup beat or bare face with oil?
Makeup beat. That face with oil. Jesus.
Prophetic word or a strategic blueprint?
Ooh.
Both. I'll be saying both.
I know.
But you got to pick what?
Yeah. Prophetic word.
Okay. Bookstore or boutique?
Boutique.
Text message or voice note?
Text message.
Spa day or Netflix?
Neither. I don't watch TV like that. Netflix. I don't even have Netflix. I don't know nothing about it. Spa day. I'm not really into that either, but I'll take spa day.
Spa day?
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm asking you this question. Look, listen. Somebody been got your daggone.
But you know why? Because every spa I've been to, I go to get a massage and these people talk to me. I feel like I need to get them an invoice. I'm not relaxed when I leave.
Oh, Lord.
And everybody keeps saying, tell them you want quiet. I do.
Pizza or wings?
Wings, flats, baked, broiled, fried, sauteed, barbecued.
Let God use you or get your life together?
Let God use me.
Okay. Come on, clap it out. She survived the this and that.
That was stressful.
No, it wasn't. It's just either this or that.
Yeah, they loving every minute of it.
Your comments is on fire tonight.
Ty, leave me alone.
Okay, so those who watch this, what have you learned about her tonight? I told y'all we're gonna be learning some things about her, things that you never knew about her. You got a chance to learn that. Okay, listen, that's what it's all about. We can't be having these church shows. It got to be fun, man. I be want to have fun. Listen, we got this whole hour. We got to make it count.
That's right.
Look, to keep it some, she love her flat. She sure do, baby. You better not, give her no. And she gonna tell you up front, all flat spirit. When she said all flats the first time you ate, I was like, oh, that's my mama for real. Cause both of us.
Yeah, we about them flats. We about that flat life. What's the chicken place in Atlanta?
Clay's Sports Grill. What did I tell you? I said, it's good, mama. It's the best wings I ever had. You kept looking like, okay, we're going to see now.
It was good. It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. And ready to go back. Come on, TSP Live.
Yes. We got a date with Clay's.
We got a date with Clay's. Okay, listen. We got 5 minutes. Okay. I just want you to just do whatever God tell you to do. Pour back into the people that's watching. Give them a word. Whatever God put on your heart to keep them, pull me out and let mama talk. I'm going to pull back.
You know what? Literally, I don't even want to do a shameless plug for Bloomfest, but I want to talk to those that are on the road to their next. And I want to encourage you to know that your work is not in vain. Your prayers are not in vain. That the vision, the dream that you have is a real dream, but it's going to take you being courageous. It's going to take you doing some things that are uncomfortable. It's going to take you challenging yourself. It's going to take you finding discipline. And so I don't want you to despise even what you're feeling, what the resistance, the pulling, the stretching, the tugging. It is just preparation for where you're going. What you're going to see in this next season, I believe, is bigger than what you've ever seen before. And so God loves us so much that he wants to make sure that we are prepared. And so my prayer for you is that you would get in position and stay there, that you will stay in the place of preparation and readiness, and that you will stay in alignment of what God showed you. This is not the hour to change the blueprint. This is not the hour to turn around and change direction. Stay the course. Your destination is sure, but make sure that you are fully obeying the instructions. I gave them a strategy on yesterday, so I'll give it to you because I believe it's also your time to soar. But guess what? In order to soar, I have to surrender fully. And so that means I got to give God everything. I got to give him my yes. I got to give him my insecurities. I got to give him my fears. I got to give him my doubt. I have to surrender fully to the assignment that he's put on my life, to the anointing that's on my life, to the call that's on my life. I have to surrender everything. I got to give up my plan for his will. I've got to give him everything. And then I've got to be obedient. We got to learn how to follow instructions. We got to learn how to come out of prayer with a mind and a heart to do what we heard. We know what he said, but I got to have enough courage. I have to have enough faith and guts to do what we heard. Obedience, oh my God, that is an anointing all by itself. So I got to surrender. I got to obey. Dr. Nikki just said it. I've got to stay in alignment. Stop getting out of your lane. Stop losing focus. Stop getting distracted. I've got to stay in alignment. Hear me, because one of the worst things that we can do is lose focus. And we don't realize when the enemy comes, he brings people in our life that causes us to be distracted. He brings problems in our life to cause us to be distracted. You got to refuse this season to be distracted. And the last one is that we've got to rise. Rise what? Above fear, above fatigue, above failure. And then lastly, rise to the occasion. There is no challenge that you can't rise to. There is no room that you can't rise to get in. There is no platform that you can't rise to. If you're called to it, rise to the occasion. I want you to recognize there's a difference between flying and soaring. So in this season, you're going to need more than effort. When you fly, it requires effort. When you soar, it requires trust. In this season, you're going to need both. I'm going to have to put forth an effort, but I'm going to have to trust what God said. To fly, it takes motion. To soar, it takes mastery. Yes, I'm going to have to move, but I can't move chaotic. I'm going to have to move strategically. The Bible says that the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. So I'm not just moving, but I'm moving because I've mastered my steps. In the last season, flying takes wings, but soaring takes wind. So I know that I'm up early and I'm up late. I'm burning the midnight oil, but I also got to wait on the wind. And sometimes the wind can take me where my wings can't carry me. So I want you to embrace this next season. We're moving from flying to soaring, and your success is near. Lean in, embrace it, and get ready for what God has called you to. If you're under the sound of my voice and you're a leader, you're an entrepreneur, or you're a person that says, you know what, it's just time for me to live my best life, I want to invite you to Bloomfest 2025. Listen, I'm creating a room that's designed for you to win. You got to be in Houston, Texas, June 19th through the 22nd. It's your winning season. I'm inviting you to join me. I think you muted.
I said, put some fire in the chat. Fire in the chat. This has been amazing. This has an amazing interview. It's been one of my best interviews yet. You know what I'm saying? Not because she's my mom, but because it's the truth. This has been awesome. I'm excited, guys. Listen, what we didn't talk about is that I will be there on the carpet doing interviews. The Convo, this talk show is actually headed to Houston. She's so sad.
Yes, she interviewing every speaker. We're going to have a good time.
Everybody, we're going to have a good time. I'm excited. So sign your pal sound. Get ready, girl. Glam chick.
The tote bags are coming to Houston, baby. Listen, she coming with every color. I already got 2. I would probably have 4. I'll probably have 1 for every day of the week. But she's bringing her tote bags. I'm excited about it. You got one right there?
I do.
I'm so proud of her with her bags. Listen.
This is the one you picked out.
Yes. I don't know what language you speak, but I speak her. The tote bags are coming. Get ready.
Every color, 21 colors now, mama. 21 colors. We went from
What?
5 colors to 20. Yes, ma'am. 21 colors. We're bringing them to Houston, so get ready. I'm coming. All right, look, Finley. Hey, Casey, Finley, good to see you on here.
Yes.
Do you want to say anything about Believers Empowerment? Because I know a lot of the members are here. Just to give a shout out to some of them.
I'm excited about their support. Listen, they're going to be in the room. You know, again, that is why I even started Believers Empowerment Church, because I believe that we need Bible, but we need empowerment. And so most of them are coaches. Most of them are entrepreneurs. We have a very entrepreneurial church, but this is the season that I'm challenging them to make an investment in themselves, because as we grow, we got to make sure that everybody around us is growing. And so I'm excited to see them in the room and being able to be poured into for the next level of their business, for the next level of our ministry, so that everybody is locked and loaded and ready. So Believers Empowerment Church, listen, your pastor is proud of you, but I'm excited for you, and I need you to soar. If I'm getting ready to go in the air, I need you to soar with me.
That's right.
Let's go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming by. We appreciate you. I can't wait
to
see you guys in Houston, Texas. Houston, listen, you got problems, we bring solutions. We're here for it all, okay? Until next time, we see y'all soon. Thank you for coming, Mama. I will talk to you soon.
Yes, I love you. Appreciate it.
Take care. Take us out, Takima.